Who would you want to meet? Pick anyone. Just think of anyone in the world. Famous, not famous, sports, politics, culture, anyone. You could meet with anybody one-on-one. Who would it be? And what would you discuss? To me, I would love to meet with any of these people, you see. But on top of my list is somebody else. This person, who you may or may not know, David Allen. David Allen is the author of Getting Things Done, which was published initially 20 years ago, and probably the most transformational person for me in the world. So who would I want to meet one-on-one? David Allen. Guess who I met one-on-one today? It's David Allen. We had a great conversation. David lives in Amsterdam, as I do. So we had one topic already, not just the Amsterdam of today, but the Amsterdam of many hundreds of years ago. A great meeting, and the initiative for the meeting was, of course, about getting things done. What I've been trying to figure out for many years is, how do I teach principles, the methodology of getting things done to my own children and to all the children? So let's have a quick look at my journey to GTD. When I started working, I was trying to get my head around tasks, and I literally started going into the first generation of task management, which is just writing down your task, with those check boxes, and then check off when you've done something. That matured, of course, in determining priorities because of the overload of new ideas and thoughts and tasks. Determining priorities using strategies like zero below budget. Still not enough, because it was just too much. So it was still in my head. Probably about 20 years ago, I was first introduced to The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And with that, with the time management matrix. So now I got to make a difference between things that are important and things that are urgent, which helped, but still did not help me really get control over all the things I had to do, or things that were in my mind. Until about 15 years ago, I finally was introduced to Getting Things Done by David Allen. So this was the system, and still is the system, that I use to get control and to work towards stress-free productivity. So when I learned this system and saw how it worked for me and the many other people around me, I started to have the thought, how do I teach this to my children? And that's where in 2018 the book Getting Things Done for Teens was introduced. A fabulous book by David Allen, and not just David Allen. He did this together with people like Mike Williams and Mark Wallace. So Mark, who you see here, spent about 20 years teaching, but adopting the methodology of getting things done. And it was here when David Allen met with Mark Wallace in his class to do a weekly review together. This is my recommendation for today. If you haven't done so, if you have any children or are a teacher, grab a copy of Getting Things Done for Teens, and if you want, in your local language, in this case it's the Dutch version, just grab a copy and change the lives of your kids for good.